The two sisters had just finished swimming when they suddenly noticed something glittering at the bottom of the pool, a huge diamond ring. The moment she saw it, the older sister was instantly consumed by greed. Seeing that no one was around, she dove into the water without hesitation, determined to claim the ring for herself. But the ring was tightly wedged into a crack at the bottom of the pool. No matter how hard she pulled, it wouldn't budge. Her younger sister couldn't just stand by and watch. She rushed over, jumped into the pool, and tried to help her sister retrieve the ring. Just then, her long hair got tangled in the drain grate. The older sister had to stop and help free her. But neither of them realized that the pool manager hadn't noticed anyone still inside. Eager to go home, he looked around the empty facility and pressed the shutdown button. Slowly, the automatic pool cover began to close. The older sister immediately sensed something was wrong. She frantically pulled at her sister's hair, trying to get them both to the surface in time. At the very last second, she gave one desperate yank and tore her sister's hair free. They swam desperately toward the edge, but it was already too late. The cover had completely sealed the pool. Terror washed over them. They had never imagined the pool was equipped with an automatic cover. Panicking, they pounded on it with all their strength, but there was no one left around. Even the manager had gone home. Despair filled the air. It was Friday, and the pool wouldn't reopen until Monday. 2 days without food or water, they would never survive. After a moment of calm, they decided to work together to pry the cover open. But no matter what they tried, it wouldn't move an inch. The younger sister lashed out in anger, blaming her sister's greed for trapping them. The older one took the blame, saying it was all her fault. If only her sister hadn't jumped in after her, they wouldn't both be stuck now. Still, arguing wouldn't save them. They needed to find a way out. They searched every corner of the pool, but all they found was an old swimsuit and a broken piece of plastic board. Then the younger sister noticed a small hole in the pool cover, but it was far too tiny, and they couldn't widen it no matter what they used. The older sister tried to cut it open with the plastic board, but the cover was too tough to break. The younger sister broke down in tears, screaming that the cursed diamond ring had doomed them. But at the mention of the ring, the greedy spark reignited in her sister's eyes. She dove back down once more, and this time, she actually managed to pull the ring free. At that moment, she noticed that the drain grate seemed a little loose. Maybe that was their way out. She pulled at it with all her strength, but it was firmly stuck. Exhausted, she surfaced again to discuss what to do next. Just then, a phone rang on the pool deck. It was the older sister's boyfriend calling. They stared at the phone, completely helpless, their hope fading once more. Night fell. The pool lights automatically shut off, leaving them in total darkness. The water grew colder and colder. Even worse, the older sister's face turned pale, her body trembling with weakness. She had diabetes and desperately needed an insulin shot, but her medicine was in her bag right there on the pool deck. Then suddenly, a sound echoed through the room. The pool lights flickered back on. A janitor had entered to clean up. Overjoyed, the sisters pounded on the pool cover as hard as they could, finally catching the janitor's attention. They thought they were saved, but to their horror, the woman didn't even glance at them. She walked straight to their belongings, picked up their wallet, and began going through it carefully.